G'day and welcome to another Pokemon Go video. So jumping straight into Go Battle League, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. Otherwise, let's just jump in and get some started. So you can see my ELO is 2276, so sort of probably around where the majority of people are. So it should be interesting and for people to see what the teams are around their ELO range, because there's going to be more people here struggling to get to the next rank like I am. So on the lead, I've got Alolan Ninetales with Charm, Ice, Weather Ball, and Size Shock. I've then got Galarian Stunfisk with Mud Shot, Rock Slide, and Earthquake. And finally, I'm running Umbreon with Snarl, Foul Play, and Last Resort. With that being said, let's just jump in, get things started. Let's hope we can see some Altaria on the lead or some Dark types on the lead would be really nice. We don't really want to see Stunfisk. We don't want to see Steel types. We don't want to see Poison types. So let's see what we get. Hopefully we get some decent matchups. And what have we got on in game number 1? So this is okay. So we'll see what they should swap out because the fast move damage here is going to be pretty oppressive. No, they're not. They're staying in. So I'll let this first one go, I think. And it's Leaf Tornado, which is going to drop my attack, and in comes the Marowak there, and that was a bad move. Should have come in with my yeah, should have come in with the Umbreon there. But yeah, it is what it is. And we're going to see what they want to do here. So they're going to let this go. I think I'm going to need to do the same. I suspect Shadow Bone coming through is going to do a bit of damage, and they got the defense drop. That's a little bit unfortunate for me. We'll see now if they want to shield. So they will be now throwing a Shadow Bone, a Bone Club, which is fine. And am I able to get there? Oh, they get greedy with the farm down, and I'm able to get to another Rock Slide. So, question is, do they double shield? And they do. So now I'm going to come in with my Umbreon because I don't need to shield up a Shadow Bone here, and it will soak this damage, so it makes it absolutely useless there for them. As you can see, just did absolutely no damage there. So out comes, a Bastiodon. So that's not good. 100% would have been in a winning position had I come out with the Umbreon and instead of my... So here, I'm just going to straight Weather Ball this thing. I should have just farmed down actually, and then I could have done a little bit more chip damage. Let's see what they want to do, and thankfully they're going to throw energy, so I'm going to let this go. And I'm hoping this takes me out. It does not. That's unfortunate. And no debuff, so that's fine. And do a little bit of chip here. And then just going to come in and wanting to throw as many of these foul plays as I can. And obviously I'm going to shield this up. They're not going to get to 3 fast moves. It's going to be 3 fast moves, 3 charge moves. So they're either going to take me out with fast move damage, or I'm going to take them out with my own. Or they could, because we're not doing much damage to each other. So I need to be careful on throwing my charge moves that I don't give them free fast moves, because this is actually going to be it looks like it is all good. I'm going to be able to take this matchup. They're not going to be able to farm me down before I can get to another foul play, and that's going to be enough to take them out. So yeah, really should have swapped in, and I mean, I knew it as soon as I did it, but that the play was Umbreon because of the dark typing. Yeah, it's just going to be a much better play. And the fact that they had Bastiodon in the back just made it even more apparent. that the swap in there was definitely Umbreon and not the um, Galarian Stunfisk, but able to get the win still, so happy days. We'll see what we get in the next match. So interesting lead for that one. I mean, good and bad. In certain situations, not having that poison typing is good for the grass type, and others not so good. So for this one, I'm going to come in with my Umbreon because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they're not. Okay. So they're not coming straight in with a Charmer, which is a good sign. So we'll see what they want to do. So it is the Rock Slide that comes through, which works for me. Let's just throw our own now, and I'm going to no shield this one as well. Earthquake, I'll still survive from this range. I'll survive a lot, and if they continue to throw rock slides, that's absolutely fine. I can start to do a reasonable amount of chip damage here because they're not going to want to shield this up either, and they come in with the oof. Okay, so in comes the Noctowl. And for this one, I'm just trying to think what is the play. So I think what I'm going to do here is let this go completely and then come in with my... I'm actually going to come in now because they spent so long... We are misaligning the switch timer that I might as well save that and then we'll see what they now want to do. So what I want to do here is charge up as much energy as I can. I expect this to be a Shadow Ball. Yeah, which it is, and that's fine. I can tank a couple of those. I do want to leave this with energy though, so and able to get to the next one before they get to their Shadow Ball, which is absolutely outstanding. Don't expect them to shield up, which they don't, and then we'll see what comes in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to throw straight into the Earthquake. And the question here is, how on earth do I... Yes, win this match? And the way I win this match is sack swapping. It's about the only thing I can sort of think of to try and pull this back. So I'm going to have to come in with my... And they're going to swap straight out, which is fine. Was expecting that, but was able to soak up a little bit of energy. So I will shield up once here. And then hopefully soak up a bit of time, which is why I wanted to delay that switch timer. And then I'm going to throw straight into my next one here. They're going to shield that up, and I'm still not close enough. So I am going to let this one go because I can survive one rock slide. I do want to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to have to let this go. If it's a rock slide, I'll survive. It is. Earthquake here is going to be doing a massive chunk of damage, which is absolutely spectacular. And then are they going to have to... No, they're able to... So we'll shield up this first one. Hopefully that charm is enough to... Because I snuck a charm through. Hopefully that charm is enough. It is, and it KOs because they had some energy on that Swampert, and so able to get the game, which is really, really nice. So that sack swap into the Espeon worked out really, really nicely for me. Able to soak some of that Hydro Cannon damage and get the win on the board. So really close game there, and being able to sneak the charm through on swap-in, also really, really nice. So thank goodness I was able to do the little bits of chip damage. Oh, and this is a beautiful lead. I need to swap this out for Scrafty with Scrafty for Umbreon with whatever they come in with. So they come in with a Frostlass, and to be honest, it does not matter to me what they come in with. I needed to come in with the Umbreon, and the reason for that is because it's just got no play against Scrafty whatsoever. And here, let's see what they want to do. Are they going to shield this up and try and take switch advantage here? No, they're just going to completely let it go, sack it, and move on to the next one. They may have left this game. We'll see. Or, no, they're coming in with the Scrafty. They're going to power up punch me here, which is fine. I'm going to no shield this because obviously I'm going to come in with my Ninetales, and they're going to not be really able to do. They're going to have to swap out. They can't stay in against the Ninetales, so let's just let them farm me all the way down. And the question is, what do they have in the back? They've got a Trevenant in the back, so oof, that actually isn't as good for me. But what I'm going to do here is throw the rock slides. I'll let the first one go, I believe. We'll see what they want to do. I'm actually going to shield up the first one, and then I'm going to no shield the rest, and hopefully I can get the Shadow Ball. It is the Shadow Ball, so that's a good shield. I will need to shield up one, so getting the Shadow Ball is what you really want. And because I had two shields, I was thinking possibly they would go for. They thought I would think that they were baiting. And here I'm going to be able to let this go. I will be able to survive a Shadow Ball, I believe, from this range. And it's a Seed Bomb this time, so that's absolutely spectacular for me. And able to get to another Rock Slide here. And this thing's going to be able to take it close to dead. They're going to have to throw energy here. Oh, and a nice swap there onto the Scrafty for the Rock Slide, but that's fine. I'm just going to come in and look to farm down with my Ninetales, and then I'll be able to throw a Ice Weather Ball onto. I may not even actually need to. It may charm down before they're able to take Seed Bomb coming through. May charm down before they're even able to get to the Ice Weather Ball. I am, so I'm going to be able to take that match. So really good lead there, and that's the absolute most amazing lead you can get. Scrafty can just do absolutely nothing against the Ninetales. It's got dark type moves, and so I guess the power up punches they are doing neutral damage because it's ice typing and fighting is super effective against ice, but the charm damage double super effective against fighting and dark. It just is brutal. So for this one, I think I'm going to come in with my oh, and so this isn't actually terrible. So the reason that this isn't terrible is because my moves are going to be doing neutral damage, and its charge moves don't really do too much to me. So I'm going to be able to no shield them. The worst possible move that this could have would be Power Up Punch, but I'm not. Most don't run Power Up Punch. They run Ice Punch and Psychic. They're running Dynamic Punch. Well, that's worse than Power Up Punch, I guess. But also fine because it means I can get a bit of farm for the Ninetales. I'm not going to shield this up just because I do suspect that, and it's another dynamic punch, but that's again fine. And we'll be able to farm this down, which is nice. And then I'm going to swap into my. And let's see what they want to do here. So fully expecting them to I'm just going to have to shield. Um, I really hate this matchup. So there we go. See if they want to swap out. They're not swapping, so I'm just going to throw here. And yeah, I suspect they'll shield as well. If they don't shield, this is my only win con, but they do. So that's really unfortunate for me. And you know what? I have to now try and call a bait, which I don't think it's going to be. 100% this is going to be an earthquake, yeah. But I'm able to survive, so that's interesting. And let's just throw straight into my next earthquake. They should shield this up. They really should. Yeah, and they do, which is really unfortunate for me. Because I'm not going to be able to do anything here. I'll shield this up and I want to try and see what their last Pokemon is, but I don't think I'm even going to be able to do that. Yeah, let's just let this one go. This is GG's. Unfortunately, didn't call the bait, and it does seem a lot of people do bait with the Stunfisk first, and then we'll throw the Earthquake as the second move, which makes sense. I'm shielding them all up on that first move because you just don't want to be one-shot by it. Maybe I change how I play. So this is not a great lead. It's also not a terrible. It's yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I will shield this up because I should be able to, if it is a mud bomb, it's unfortunate, but I will be able to throw into my Ice Punch and force a shield here. So we'll see if they want to shield this up. They do. So, and here what I'm going to do is let this go. I do think it's going to be, oh, it's just the mud bomb. And I survive with 1 HP. That is absolutely crazy. So they get a head start on energy here. So they've got 1, 2. So what I want to do here is catch on my Umbreon because if I don't want to have to, yeah, and it is the earthquake, so that's a really good catch there. And the reason I wanted to do that is because obviously I didn't want to have to predict the bait or not, and they've gone again. So what have we got? So now we've got, okay, so they've got an Umbreon of their own. So that is absolutely massive. I'm going to go, obviously, last resorts here, and we'll see what they want to do. So I'm going to no shield this. I don't think a last resort from this range will take me out anyway, but it's just a foul play, so that is huge. So we're going to go straight into my next one here and see what they want to do. So I want to charge up a foul play here. I'm going to let this one go as well. Foul play coming through, and now I will swap out. Throw the earthquake here. See if we grab a shield. If we grab a shield, happy days. If we don't, fine as well. We don't grab the shield, which means we are going to be able to farm down. So they may swap out of this because they don't want to be farmed down and they don't want me to get any extra energy. So let's see what they want to do. Yeah, so they do swap that out. So the question here is, and it's the earthquake. That's unfortunate. Yeah. Didn't think they had it, but straight for the earthquake, and they took that game. That's real unfortunate. And it's I really hate the mirror match for the Galarian Stunfisk. I seem to never be able to call baits. But I mean, it is what it is. Able to go 3 and 2 and get a Xerneas as the reward. So what I might do is give it the silver pineapple berry. I'm going to go for the silver pineapple because I want that extra candy, and it will give me 1 extra candy to rather than pineapple berrying it. Um, I should be throwing a golden raz to make this less painful because it could take a while to catch this. Even though it is an ultra ball. Oh well, there you go. It's not taken a while. It's taken 2 excellent throws and that gets the job done. So happy days. So see, able to get 7 candy instead of the 6, and 3XL candy is always good. Um, Let's claim the reward, and that's our set of 5. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully it was useful for someone. Like I said at the start, hit that subscribe button if you're not already, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.